Hey, what's up? PizzaLovingNerd here. Today I'm going to be going over some of my favorite GNOME extensions. Now, before I do that, let's just go over some honorable mentions that I'm not going to get to show off in the video because I don't have them installed. And I'm too lazy to install them, and they don't integrate well with my setup. So the first honorable mention is Applications menu, which is a simple application menu. Then our second one is GNOME menu, which is another application menu, and Arc menu. So there are lots of choices for menus you can choose, but yeah, sorry, I chose so many menus. Then we also have Dash to Panel and Transparent Top Bar. Now Dash to Panel turns your GNOME Dash into a panel, and Transparent Top Bar brings back the transparent top bar that was removed in GNOME 3.32. Anyways, those were the honorable mentions. Now let's get into the actual mentions for the video. Alright, so the first extension is called Window Overlay Icons. Now what this allows you to do is it just puts icons over your windows in the activities, so just a cosmetic change, that's all it really is. Second extension is called Shortcuts. So if you hit Super and S, then it pulls up your shortcut menu and it has all of the shortcuts you might need to know. Then to get rid of it, you just hit Super S again. The next one is called Tweaks and System Menu, which basically gives you a shortcut to the GNOME Tweak tool inside of your system menu. Next we have Notes. Now, Notes is what I'm using to have notes on my desktop right now. So I have two notes open, and you could set them to either go above applications, so if I open something like Firefox, as you can see, they go above, or if I go in the settings, and I can actually put them just in the background. So now all of my windows go over them, and they're just part of the desktop background. Next we have Extension Update Notifier. Now all this does is just notify you when extensions have updates. That's all it really does, so I can't show it off because none of my extensions have updates yet. So yeah. Next we have Cover Flow Alt Tab. This is another sort of cosmetic extension. Now this gives you a nice cover flow look with your Alt Tab, which is pretty nice looking. The reason this is so high up is because of normal GNOME Alt Tab. It puts all of the same types of windows in groups, so if I have two Firefox windows, it would put them in a group. Then I'd have to select which Firefox window I'd like, I have to select it with the arrow keys. With this, it will show both windows, and that's why I like it. Plus, it looks cool. It is also very customizable, so I can have stuff like hide the panel during the cover flow, or I can just show it on the primary monitor, or I can change the style to something like timeline instead. It takes a second. There we go, now we have the timeline look. I still prefer the cover flow one though. And you can change the animation speed, the background dim, stuff like that. You can even choose where the title for the window is. And you can do elastic animations, not sure what that means. Vertical offset, and you can also show just current workspaces or all workspaces. Pretty nice. Next is a program called Grub Reboot. Now basically if I go to reboot my computer, it will give me the option to choose what to boot into, which is great if you're dual booting. So if I have a Windows dual boot going, then I could choose between Ubuntu and Windows, for example, or I have Tumbleweed on another hard drive. So if I just want to boot into OpenSUSE, I could just click Restart to OpenSUSE, and then it will automatically restart to OpenSUSE. Very useful program. Next we have Clipboard Indicator. Now this basically saves all of your clipboard stuff you've copied, and then you can search between them. So this is good if you need to copy more than one thing. There's also a private mode and a way to clear your history. You can also choose how many items to save, how many characters to show in the preview, the refresh interval, not sure what that means. And yeah, there's quite a few settings. Next we have Caffeine. Now this is pretty simple. You can turn off auto to suspend in your screensaver, so if you want to listen to music or something, have it go through your speakers, and then yeah, you could just switch between those. So if you have something running, I could just hit the caffeine indicator to disable auto suspend in screensaver, and yeah. Next we have Window Corner Preview. What Window Corner Preview asked me to do is, let's say I want to watch a YouTube video, so I can pull up YouTube, then I could go to Whoops, wrong icon. I could go to this monkey icon and turn on preview. Oh, so I just have to select the window and it shows up down there. So I can choose how big to make it. If I'm watching a video or whatever, I could crop it a little bit. I can change the corner, so I like to make it on the top right. And I'll just make it bigger for you. Now, as you can see, my video is playing in the corner. So very nice extension. Does take a little bit to set up every time you want to do a video, but other than that, it's pretty good. Another cool thing is if I need to click something where it is, it sort of disappears. And then you could click it to move it into a different corner, and then click whatever you need to click, and then move it back. Next, we have an extension called Windows 10 Window Tiling for GNOME. Now, what this allows you to do is Windows 10 has a feature where if I hit the Windows key and then up or down or left or right, you can basically adjust where the window is. So if I want to maximize it, I just hit Windows key up. If I want to move the window to be on the left side of the screen, I can do that. But if I want to move it to the corner, once it's here, I could do this. Yeah, very useful. Very great extension for moving around windows. It's like you turn GNOME into a tiling window manager, except it's still a desktop. Next, we have an extension called GS Connect. Now, what this allows you to do is you can basically integrate your computer with your phone, and you can share files with each other. You can run you can run commands from your phone. So if I want to shut down my computer through my phone, now I could shut down my computer through my phone if I wanted to. I can get my computer's notifications on my phone, and my phone's notifications on my computer. I can have it pause music when I'm getting calls on my phone. Stuff like that. There's also a do not disturb mode, just in case I'm recording and I don't want my phone's notifications to show up in the video. Now, if you've ever heard of KDE Connect, this is what powers it. And KDE Connect is theoretically available for every desktop, although it doesn't have integration with most file managers. It really only integrates with Dolphin and stuff. Now, GS Connect will integrate everything with Nautilus and stuff. So yeah, great extension to check out if you like KDE Connect and you want it on GNOME. It works way better on GNOME than KDE Connect does. Next, we have an extension called Impatience. Now, what Impatient allows you to do is speed up your animation. So I have mine set to 0.75 and 1 is normal. So as you can see, it goes a little bit faster than usual. If I want to, I could do 2 and make it super slow. This looks awesome. Now, if you do it too fast, it can cause some lag. So that's why I recommend doing 75. It speeds it up, but causes less lag. Anyways, that's Impatience. Next, we have an extension called Audio Switcher. Now, what this allows you to do is it has my speakers and my microphones, as well as my volume, inside the system menu. So then I could change my microphone. I'm using my webcam mic now, it's way worse. Now I'm back to the good microphone. Pretty cool extension, very useful for me because I'm a YouTuber, so good if you do content creation stuff. Similar to the feature Budgie has in its Raven menu. Next, we have Activities Configurator. Now, this is a very useful extension. It should be integrated into standard GNOME, in my opinion. Now, this allows you to completely customize your activities. So I can add an icon in. I have it set to hide it, but now I have a smiley face icon. I'm gonna hide it again. I can even change the size of the icon if I want to. I can do either 1 or 2. I can also do padding if I want to. And there's text. I can hide the text. And you can also customize the text. So I could change the text if I wanted to. Change the padding. Hide it. Oh, I have to hit apply, that's why. And I can remove the activities button entirely, which is what I do because I just use the hot corner. Although I do think it looks a little bit nice I do think it is a little bit nice having a little bit of space between the side of my monitor and this. But yeah, you can also change the hot corner threshold. So if I want, I can disable the hot corner, or I can make it more sensitive or less sensitive. I can hide the rounded corners from the panel. Disable show overview if no animations are running. I can change the background of the panel to make it red. That's a horrible color. I can even make the panel transparent, that this is why the transparent hotbar was in my honorable mentions, because you can also do that with this. I can make it semi-transparent, which is how I like it. Choose the windowed maximized effect. Enable conflict detection, although I'm not sure what that does. And yeah, so this shouldn't be called Activities Configurator, it should be called Panel Configurator, because you can basically configure a whole panel. Next we have Top Icons Plus. Now, what Top Icons Plus allows you to do is basically put legacy tray icons onto your panel, which is very useful. Now, for some reason, by default, they're in the center. That's kind of a dumb place, so I set it to the right. You can also choose how much to offset your tray icons if you want to. You can make more spacing, and make the icons bigger, change your contrast, change your saturation, and the brightness. Overall, pretty good extension. I'd pretty much recommend it. Now for our next one, which is Dash to Dock. Now, what Dash to Dock allows you to do is it allows you to set your dash to be a dock, even when you're not in your activities. This is very useful because I don't have to go to my activities before I open up show applications. But that's not the only thing. It just has a nice dock, and it even auto-hides from Windows. So if I open up Firefox, it will auto-hide, which is very nice. And it's pretty customizable. I could change the position on the screen. I can even make it go to the top if I wanted to for some reason. I can enable and disable IntelliHide, hide, set the dock size limit, put it in panel mode. There's also dash to panel, so I'm not sure why I'd want to do that. Change the icon size. It's just very customizable. I can change the appearance. Very good, very customizable. Would recommend dash to dock, or dash to panel if you like that too. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.